I wanted to talk about a URL and what is included in a URL and what it all means. And I have a few examples for you here from the Adobe website. Now, a URL stands for Uniform Resource Locator, and everybody just references it as URL. And what we mean is whatever goes up inside this window is considered a URL. And notice the URL has the http://. And this piece is important to remember because you need that if you're referencing hyperlinks outside your website. That HTTP protocol tells the web server to go to a particular door, or another way to think of it is come in through a particular door to the room that stores the web files. And there are multiple doors into that web server room. So HTTP is just one of them, which is why you need it. You're making a page request. Now, you can see this just has a domain name, and that's what we refer to this section with or without the www. Now, once you get into a domain name, there's a specific page that's being shown to us by Adobe. And how does the web server know what page we want if we don't put one on there? Well, there's a default page that shows, and the web server knows if there is no page name, this is the page to show, and that's the page you're looking at. Another example is on our web server, we have a folder called Products. And what I'm going to is the default page, notice there's no page name, the default page inside the Products folder at the adobe.com web server folder. So Products you can see as one folder, and you can go down even further. So here's an example of Dreamweaver inside of that folder. The languages.html page is located inside the folder with the name of Acrobat, inside another folder called Products at the adobe.com website. So all of these items are stored inside of folders, just like your computer stores files inside of folders. And when you're referencing a page, you do need to go back to that particular original file, meaning the domain name, and then you move inside the website from there. So that is a URL. And browsers use that URL, go and find that particular web server and make a request of it, saying, I want the languages page, which is an HTML page, as you can see here. I want the languages page at adobe.com inside of these two folders. Now, inside a website, you also have page source. And right now, I'm in the Fireworks browser. Each browser does give you the chance to look at this. And this is the view source. So this is the HTML that's actually creating this entire page. And some pages have a lot of HTML inside of them. It may also be storing JavaScript and CSS, but this is an HTML page, as you can see by the doc type. So that is a URL and what it represents. That's how you make page requests, and it's very simple when you're using hyperlinks. Let's say buy now, I click this one. I don't really have to worry about the URL. But when you are creating the website, you need to make sure that those hyperlinks work. And that's why it is important to understand the URL area for a web page.